Welcome to Hybrid AI Records LLC. I want to welcome my guest, Stacey LA Bradbury, to our second podcast. Our first podcast mentioned Matthew Stern and his album. This is her album and a collection of me. On that album, what uh, tracks did you relate to that you liked the most out of that ten albums?
Um, Out of all 10 of them, I think it was White Sands Palm Trees
It was a
was
good
one of my
video on
favorite.
YouTube.
Yeah, it was one of my favorites because getting up at 4 a.m. every morning and going to work and having to do the grind, you know what I mean?
Yes, I
Uh,
understand.
Having to do all of that really brought me to a place where I could just, it was like, hey, take me to a beach, take me to a place where I'm not constantly grinding for a paycheck.
Right, I get that. I get that. Do you think that this has helped you with like your PTSD and things of that nature? With
Yes.
yes, hearing that voice and everything. Um, can you tell me like a little bit about that? How that's helped you?
Um, Being able to write down all of the ins and outs of my life, and especially the second track on my album, uh, Light Behind the Eyes, was one of those things that I had to deal with, especially with schizophrenia and having PTSD. I wanted people to be able to relate to getting to a darker place, but not staying there. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. I'm happy you got through that and that you're doing better. I want you to know that. With my music, that's my intent is to try to help people, especially veterans and things like that. I think that giving them a voice and being able to make this music makes it very interesting. Um, I've said on my other podcast, and I can say again, whenever Philip S. Thomas made my first album, The Journey, I got to hear my own voice, and that did something that put a spark into me. I think that we're going a long way with our company, my company, and as an artist for you, I think that you're doing great. We looked at the stats today, and a lot of people are watching the videos. There's a lot of people on Facebook. There's interaction, um, and that's pretty good thing. And that's what I kind of want to bring to the table for people. And I hope to get more people to do this for. Um, and we have a bunch of stuff coming out. And Coordinates of Light is our next album with Faye Mongler 101. I illustrated that off of art pieces, and we actually have a character, and we're going to design that around um, those art pieces and things. Um, with your music, I really enjoyed doing that. I had a great time doing that. I felt that it was something that was needed to be done. Do you feel like, how do I put this? Do you feel like it's something you will treasure and keep and for a long time, or
Absolutely. I believe that it is an amalgamation of everything that, is part of my life. It was a very personal journey for me. Uh, Getting to explain everything that I've been through, not only lately, but the 20 years past in my marriage and dealing with the parts of my family that, didn't that didn't that went through a rough time. I believe that it was a journey that I can keep forever, and I hope
Uh,
that people can relate to that.
I think there's a lot of songs in there, especially that me and you put together, that relate to other people as well. That's why it's a good fit. And one of your songs, the White Sand Palm Trees, um, which this is your first album, and that's a pretty good thing. It hit 403 people actually viewed that. So congratulations on that on your YouTube.
Thank
Um,
you.
that's pretty wild. That's our top video that we've made. So there's a lot to that, and I'm glad to add videos to it. That's something new that we've been doing here at Hybrid. It's a challenge because it's challenging me to edit, put more things into it, uh, because they're not perfect, but it illustrates the picture that's needed for those people. What are your thoughts on these videos? Do you think that they're productive? Do you think they're have good value? Do you think it's an asset or?
I absolutely do think it's an asset to be able to put a video behind the words of a song and be able to go out there and promote it is actually a dream, because we don't have a multi-million dollar studio to uh, make these videos. We don't have makeup teams. Um, we don't have CGI. We don't have, the expensive cars like in White Sand Palm Trees. I wouldn't have been able to do that in any case, because it would have been a whole production of putting that video together, and you know the the hard work that would have went into it. We put our own value into it. I believe that it came out really well, um, and it just turned out like we actually had a production studio behind it. You know what I mean?
And that's a great thing to do. And no, we don't have millions of dollars. And maybe one day, but yeah. No, it's just that's something that we tried to figure out to do, and it gave back to a lot of people, a lot of the artists that worked within our company to make this thing go. I mean, between myself, you, Philip, Sage, um, and Matt, they're all wonderful people, and they want to get that music out, and we all do a great job to get that production going, and we keep growing. And I've only been in business for like a month and a half, and I just in shock, how much I've done. It's like I looked at everything yesterday, and I was looking at all the. You can actually Google our name. It's certified, so that's neat. My Facebook is certified. Uh, you can look up your name. Yeah, that's awesome,
Yeah.
and it will show your videos. It will show where you're at, and it's not just like you're on YouTube or you're over here or over there. You're everywhere. You're everywhere. You're on Meta. You can take and put your song if you want to add it, like on the top there. you can put your song there and add a extra quote for the day. So I try to do that on a daily basis on our Facebook, and I did that the other day, and that's a really neat concept that we have. We do a lot with trying to get that promoted through Two Lost Distribution. They're an awesome company where you're also located through 250 different countries. That's wild. So they'll hear you in Jamaica. What do you think about that? Just about being um, out in the open like that.
It's wild. I mean, it's truly been a journey, um, from start to finish, from the very first song, Forever Love, to the very last song. You know, it's been one of those journeys that really speak to people, taking it step by step, day by day, writing each song, sending it to you, hoping that it turns out the way that you think it would in your head. And I can't believe that that same journey that I went through is, hold on, we're having a little bit of a,
It's all right. This is the thing on podcasts. Sometimes we run into because we're live, we're raw, it's uncut. This is the great thing about podcasts, and I like doing it that way because it will show that um, we have artists and they really are good people. So, like, but
that was
yeah.
my door alarm. My husband went out to go do yard work.
How did he take being on a video? That's
Uh, he wasn't thrilled at first.
oh,
He didn't really want to be in a video, but I talked him into it, and the end result was Forever Love. And we both think it turned out
love song,
brilliantly.
beautiful, very beautiful. I thought so. I mean, whenever I put that into production, I wouldn't have liked somebody else to be right next to you that's not your husband in that Forever
Yeah.
Love video. That would have kind of threw it off. So it made it good. I was glad to put him in there. He looked pretty good in that video.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have other songs in there. Some that you have wrote. One that you wrote to Jackson and Joey. Um, did you
Yeah.
what did you think of that one?
That song brought me to tears. You
I
know,
I noticed the lyrics and then I was like, oh, okay, that's for her kids and my nephew. So I was like, that's awesome, and it brought me to tears hearing it too because I've always loved them. They're awesome kids, adults, not even kids anymore. Like,
yeah.
yeah, that's
They
but
turned 20 this year.
yeah, probably productive and pretty busy. I would give take. They were busy whenever I got to visit and things. So, um, but it, yeah, it's like, um, where do you see like this company going if it keeps going at this rate? Do you see it going a long distance? Do you see it helping other people, or what do you think?
I think that it is a brilliant idea to be able to get your songs out there, take your poetry, take a story, and put music to it. It's not often that, you know, people aren't going to walk up to you and say, "Hey, I want you to write songs for an album. I want you to, uh, I want you to make this big production." And, you know, um, other than being on TV and getting your name out there like that, and, there are songwriters that are really trying to establish the same thing. There's something more simple that you can do. You can sign up with Hybrid and get your music out there,
Absolutely.
and have your contract, and it's not a scam. It's not something that, you pay $50 a song and you have your music. It's not, you don't have to go to a studio. You don't have to uh, worry about your voice. Like, for instance, for me, um, I wrote what I really needed out in the world, and it became a reality. And for Hybrid Studios to do that is amazing to me.
It is. And I have to interfere for a second here. Um, of course, you've got the family discount, but our regular price is $100 for
Oh,
our tier two package. It's because you're family, and
yeah.
I have to respect family on that. And our tier three is $150, and that's and getting distributed and everything like that. But you're an artist, and we needed to get your production out there, and it's important to me. So you got a pretty good deal, I think.
I think I did too.
Yeah. But I, like I said, we're constantly growing, and we're also looking at different uh, studios and productions and things like that, and looking at price values and things. And I hope in the near future to get more people. And it is hard to be walk up to someone and say, "I want to hear your personal life," and put it on a video. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's hard to do. I have my vice president on the ground, and Jesse. We you he's a busy man. I'll say that he's passes out cards, and he does a lot of groundwork there in Tennessee. And he said it's a hard thing to do, like you were saying. But I think it's a good concept that I have. Yes, it's a but one thing that doesn't pay is likes and loves and stuff like that. Like I really want to get in and make music. That's my big thing on that. But uh, enough about my production. Do you think in the near future you're going to do a second album, or do you have anything that you like to embrace for hybrid?
I absolutely do think I'll be doing a second album. Right now,
Oh,
I'm just enjoying the first album,
yeah,
taking my time with it as it gets out there, and we had the the album reaching people, more and more people every day.
every
Uh,
day.
but yeah, I absolutely want to do a second album, just as personal, just as I want to work just as hard on it and make it an anthem to me and all the other people out there something that you can relate to, something you can sit down and listen to and say, hey, I've been through that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of artists, whenever they get to writing and they get to that point where they're able to produce that music, that turns into that, and being able to relate, that turns into a lot of people just wanting to listen to you. And I have to listen to these messages every day. Like I get text every day just about people, and they 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 wanted to thank you because there are people out there that are relating to your music and loving what you're doing. So that's a great thing. Maybe the second item we go from country to rock. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah. Oh boy. I mean, it's. I have a blast doing it. I can't wait to get more people. That's my biggest thing. I keep dragging that in. But we keep growing. I know I've said that many times, but and it's a lot of people are calling us just straight AI, and we're not. We're not.
No, it's a hybrid. It truly is a hybrid. When you take the music and you have to sit down and edit the music, and there's a human element in everything that you do, even though that AI does take a hand in helping. Um, there's that human element that you can't replace with AI.
No.
And it's the hard work that goes into making songs that truly make it something that can make a difference. And when somebody says it's straight AI, that could be further from the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can be. It also implements putting a voice to the music, and that can be kind of hard sometimes. But we definitely did that. Um, and they started labeling that stuff, and we're we got the Mark Little AI. We don't have big AI. We have the Mark Little AI. So that still shows that we are assisted in a sense. But I'm okay with that part. I wish they would just call it hybrid. Like, that makes
Yeah.
more sense to me, but we'll get there. This music industry, this is something that's brand new. We're we're reaching worldwide in Nigeria. My friend Sage out there, he's doing good work out there. I talked with him almost on a daily basis to see what's going on with him. We'll be bringing in reggae, which is coming out in a month or so, and his album. Did you happen to see his video on the YouTube?
No,
What? Oh my!
I
When
missed
you
it.
when you get a chance, you need to get back up on that YouTube and check out his video. Um, it's very interesting. It's his music. There is no AI to that. The only AI is actually the video. So
Okay.
we don't just do AI. We do regular music as well. So we distribute regular music, and that's on there. Voices Before the Fallen. That's the song, and it's a really good song. And when I listened to it, I was like, I have to do something with that. I was in the talks with him for like a month, trying to get his music and everything, and he finally was just like, let's do this. And I'm like, we are doing this. Like, that's where it went, and I'm very happy to have him in the Nigeria area running that for me. Uh, we'll get artists out of that too, hopefully. Hopefully. Do you have anything else that you would like to add to this podcast?
Um, if you're out there and you're thinking about writing songs, if you really want to get your voice heard, this is the way to do it.
Absolutely.
Contact contact Hybrid Studios. This is my brother. Um, you're in good hands. And you'll walk through a journey that you never thought you would, and you'll get your music played out there. I mean, even on Facebook, like you said, I can write a note every day with my songs right there on them. You know, giving people a 30-second shot of what I wrote every day, and it just goes out there and you make the difference. So don't be afraid to go out there and put yourself out there. It's worth the journey.
I absolutely think so. And we offer a T-shirt that we give every artist whenever they get complete an album. That's on the way. Um, we offer this podcast to be able to express yourself and be able to talk about the product and things. Um, we do I think we do a lot uh, for the artist because I think that we're for the artist. Yeah.
I believe so. There's no way around it.
Because if you walk into a studio and try to do what I'm doing, forget it. You might as well take your checkbook and empty it out because you're not going to do it for the prices that I have. It's just not going to happen. Um,
No.
for what is paid, you would probably get 30 seconds in the studio at bay. You know, like
Which is a
professionally
shame.
done. Yeah, yeah. Whenever I can take it, I can work it, and I can make it into something that's incredible. And um, I do it almost every day. I sit down and I think about how can I make this product better? How can I do this better? How can I make this better for the artist? And at the end of the day, I have to think for the artist. And I have to think like I'm an artist too. Even growing up, whenever I was playing guitar and things, and I had lyrics just sitting around and bugging the hell out of you with my annoying guitar. uh, but I couldn't get to where I was pushing that music, where I could get my voice heard. And Philip really helped me with getting my voice out there. Uh, my prayers go to him in the sense that he's dealing with cancer and a lot of things going on. And I didn't want to go down that route, but uh, without him, there is no hybrid. I will say that because he instituted the idea. He said that you need to get out there and do your work and be inspirational to other people. And I think I've done that with you and Matt in general, those two people so far. And even Fame Mongler 101. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to like put himself out there. He's kind of a secret identity. But through his emails, he likes to just be himself. So that's an interesting concept I'm going to be going through. And even with Sage and his expressions, when he does the reggae, if you listen to his music, that is him. That is his thoughts. That's what he's went through, and he's went through a lot. I mean, a lot. So these artists are special to me, and whenever I get an artist, I want to make sure that they get good treatment, that they get taken care of. I even check on that I have to check on you. So I talk to Sage on a daily, and with Fane Mongler, I probably text him here and there, and I'll drop him a cue of like what's coming out and everything. So I I feel like it's like a family thing, and the more I keep doing this, the more I get better at these podcasts. The more I keep inspiring myself to keep on doing this. But this is a 30-minute. This is my first 30-minute podcast, so this is nuts. I will say this: love you, sis.
Love
Love the
you.
album. I love. I could put mom in there. I love that I could put dad in there. I love that I got to put Jason in there, and we got to do this project together because
Yeah.
I feel like it brought us closer too because I'm far away. I'm not that just next door
Yeah.
as I want to be. Being over here in Lithuania and doing this product it's quite the concept. Although our company is out of Tennessee, that's a different thing too. So, but thank you, sis, for hopping on this podcast. I'm gonna call it a night. Love you. Love
Love
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.